Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to, well, it's Drakonym Day, I guess, or post first day. Hope everyone is having a fantastic release day for the first draft of the book. And I hope everyone has had a chance to download it, read it, get used to it. Today is literally just a stream to celebrate it a bit, answer any questions, go over any updates, etc., etc. So yeah, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me because, yeah, I'm just sort of seeing if this is all working fine. Okay, cool, perfect. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we are officially into the thing. I'm going to use the version of, oh God, it might be because I've got like 50 things open at once. So let me close up everything. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of this, get rid of this, close that as well. Yeah, get out of the 50 tab I've got going on at the same time. I don't need any of that. And then get to this. Okay, very nice. So let me move over to this, which is the rule book. Went out yesterday. I am really happy that people are enjoying it, people are liking it, and having fun creating some characters. So I'm really pleased to see that. The current version is version 0.1, but I will be sending out the alpha version 0.2 later today as well. It is going to go out later today. So I've made a few edits, so I'll go over the changes that have been made. So quick updates are patch notes for version 0.2. I'll put V there. Yeah, version 0.2. Wound notes have been adjusted for clarity. So essentially what this means is that some areas said, oh, well, you deal 2 light wounds, you deal 2 heavy wounds. So I've changed that a bit. But specifically on page 17, I've updated it to now be a bit more clear how wounds function, and how you would sort of like, read it essentially when you're in mid-battle or something. Breath weapons now say a number of times. Before it just said, oh, you can use it for soul number or something, but it needs to be more clear. So now it's a number of times equal to, I believe it's half your soul rounded down, but I'll have to double check that. The martial exploit count on the fighter used to be 1, or it said an A2. It now just says 2, so you get 2. Revolver has been added to the basic item list because the gun striker needed it, but also there were characters who wanted to just have a gun but didn't want to go gun striker, so revolver has now been added. The Codexian has been updated to have a better perk than what was originally in there. Magic items now have the weapon tiers. Malfear was the demon echo, but he didn't have the demon tag, he had the beast tag, now has a demon tag. Deadly wounds no longer provide scars. So there was an area that said if you end battle with a deadly wound or 3 deadly wounds, you would gain a scar. Got rid of that. If you instantly take 4 heavy wounds or 3 heavy wounds, I believe I wrote, you instantly get a scar. That's just how it is. But deadly wounds, if you take more than 3, you're dead. It's just flat out. References to critical results have been removed, and references to light, heavy, and deadly wounds dealt by players have been updated. So now it just says a light wound before now deals 3, heavy wounds deal 4 to 5, deadly wounds deal 6 to 7, just to make it easier for you to manage when you're trying to deal damage. So that's alpha version 0.2. I'm just thinking if I should Yeah, you know what? Let's do an export. My computer is not going to like this at all, but it will be fine. We'll pop it in. We'll pop it in this folder, and then call it a day. If you check, it's not going to like this at all. Resource heavy. Let me pull up the book. Oh gosh. Right. Oh, that's the wrong one. Bear with me while I find the right one. Nope. Let me see. Is it this one? No. Do I not have that copy of? Let me just double check. There it is. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I just needed the version that had the correct, what's it called? Bookmarks in it. So let me grab you guys as well so we can put you up there and we'll go through it. So after reading point 1, I have a question regarding paths. Specifically, what do you get in terms of mana and grit if you don't already have that resource? It does say specifically on the path section what happens. If you go to paths, where are they? They are here. Character paths. So it says there, if you lack either resource, paths provide a small base pool of mana or grit alongside their signature perk. Then let's say you go and pick a Codexian and you only have grit. It says a Codexian has a max mana pool of level +7. This pool increases by 2. This is not stacked with any pool growth provided by the class. That's it. It's on every single one. So yeah, they do vary from each other. So I would read it just to be 100% sure. But yeah, every single one has that resource feature section right there. It's under features, just above their signature perk. You don't gain anything more than what you already gain with your what's the word? So let's say you join at level 5 or whatever. You then get a spell at the same time as a mage or a acolyte. So the way that I would say is just go to the specific spellcaster and then see what they'll do. But I will update it just so then it's clear on like the path page, for example. So I'd say that the paths will give you access to when you join, and let's say you don't have access to that thing, you automatically learn 2 spells. Then you learn a further 2 at every level. Actually, it might be 1. I might make it 1 just to balance it out, but I will note that down. Actually, cancel that. I'll make that edit now, just so then it's in there. Let's see. Parts. There we go. Character quest spells. Let's see. The exact or whatever. If you like either, we'll grant you mace, mana pool, and spells. Let's just do spell and exploits. Spells and exploits. Your path will provide you with if you don't have access to let's do have access to martial traditions or aspects, you will gain 1 tradition and 1 aspect upon upon joining that. If you don't have access to or aspects, depending on your class, Yeah, let's do depending on your class. Just change that. And then just make this smaller, so I have some space. You will gain 1 tradition and 1 aspect upon joining that class, along with 2 spells / martial exploits from your chosen aspect / tradition. In alphabetical order. And you will gain access to 1 aspect / tradition upon joining that path. If you don't have access to, but I need to think of the words that will make this very clear, but I'll just write it out and then I'll fix it in a minute. You then gain 2 spells, or is it 1? Let me just double check, because I wanted to make it balanced for players, because there's not enough martial exploits to go around. You learn 2 spells, that's fine. It's martial exploits I'm looking at. You learn 3 and then 1 further at each level. Okay, so I'll say you learn 2 and then 1. And I'll do the same with this one. You learn 2 and then 1. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Advanced classes, done all of that. Get back to paths. You either gain 2, or 2, you then gain 1 spell, or 1 of the newly gained. Fuck's sake. Sorry, my French. Just trying to think which one I need to do here. Let me get to that later. I'll do this first and then we'll discuss the rune blade. If you don't have access to martial traditions or aspects depending on your class, you will gain 1 aspect / 1 tradition upon joining the path. Depending else, you'll gain a new resource of the path. Upon joining that path, along with, or 1 tradition, upon joining that path, you will also get either 2 spells or 2 martial exploits from your chosen aspect of tradition. Subsequent levels will give you 1 spell or martial exploit. This does not stack with glass. I'll clean this up a bit so that it's clear. And then rune blade. I think I had an issue with them, which was quite difficult to manage, but it's fine because I fixed it for the martial, for the advanced classes, so I can just copy theirs in. Yeah, that's fine. No, because otherwise you become really broken. Like, you just start gaining spells on spells on spells, and that's not the point of this. A path does not basically make you more powerful because you chose it. That's the point. It is not meant to be better than a subclass. It is just a different option to a subclass. That's what they're meant to be. Runeblade. Okay. Runeblade features. Mana. at a value of 7 plus current level. Oh god. Wait, menu. Yeah, okay. Let me just double check what I said here. Your level plus 5. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I live less than there. Yeah, already have. This starts. This pool is equal. This pool is equal to your level plus 5. The max value is equal to your level plus 5. This pool increases. Yep. Oh god, got a line there. The swirls dissolve into glyphs, multiple copies, or fly like extensions of will. They become the arcane. Or fly, multiply into copies, or fly at their will. I think, yeah, we'll just do at their will. Nice. And then I will then just bring this down. And there we go. I actually might be able to just do that. Nice. Bring that down. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's the, which page is that? 151 was updated. Just add that in. Yeah. 151, 151. Rune Blade. Added. Resource. Cool. Page 151. Nice. And then I did one for the paths as well, which was page 114. Okay. Paths now provide additional spells / traditions. Page 114. Cool. Just wondering if it would be easier just to have each one just say what it provides. That would take longer to do. That's one of the problems. But it's fine. Because there's 20, you know? Because I did a great job making so many parts. This pool increases by 2 points per level. This is not stacked with any other pool growth provided by class. Done. Nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. So that's that. Yeah, there's been a few questions in the Discord about the game that I've been sort of reading up on. But I think that we are looking good. Yeah, so a few things is that Dragonfall, the West Marches campaign, is going to start not soon. I want to give people some time to read the game, understand it, build characters, etc. There is nothing new coming out on Friday. I just want to reiterate that. The game just came out earlier because I got it done yesterday, so I was able to send it out. There is nothing new coming this Friday. Yeah, at least I don't have any plans to do anything. So yeah, that's that. I've added in several more things, but I think that it's more just been little edits here and there rather than big things. So it's come together really nicely. I think that this has been a really good sort of like playtest version, you know, like it's the most built out playtest version I've actually ever put out, which has been nice. So yeah. I'm just trying to think. whether or not I'm just trying to think if I should just write this inside there, but then the problem I have is just the space that you get to write, thanks to the way that I've laid things out. It's quite short, so I can't write out loads of information on a single page. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm a bit concerned about, but it should be okay. So what have I said here? I've just said, you know what, actually, I think I've got an easier way to do this. Yeah. Right, spells and exploits. Keep that there, but I'll just write a new one. Actually, I won't get rid of the bird because she needs to be there, and then I'll just edit it in a minute. Okay, so I think the best way to do it is, if you gained mana from this path, you gain a spell. If you gained an exploit, a grit from this path, then you gain an exploit. And then just say that now you gain whatever. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how that would word. If you don't have access to the, yeah, we'll just say your path will also provide the relevant abilities once you gain the resource you are missing. If you gained grit, you will also instantly missing. You gain the resource you're missing and joined the path. If you gained grit, you will gain access to 1 martial tradition and 2 exploits. Further levels provide you with 2. I'm just trying to think, because if you have mana and then you pick this, you're getting 2 spells and then 2. Yeah, it should be 1. Provide you with 1 exploit. Further levels, 1 exploit per level. You may forego learning an exploit to instead gain 1 new. Gain a new martial tradition. If you, it'd be really easy now because I've laid it out like this. If you gained mana, you will access 1, what is it called? 1 aspect and 2 spells. 2 further levels will provide you with 1 spell per level. It should be 2 spells because you get 2 spells with either you may forego learning a spell to instead gain a new magical aspect. Boom, boom. This does not stack with any spells or exploited. Yeah, and then boom, do that, sorted. And she needs to be really tiny now to make space. It still works. Nice. Okay. So we'll just do this, do that, do this, and edit this. Sorry, I know this is not what you guys wanted, which is an editing stream, but this is really helpful because I can get the version out without much issue. The levels will provide you with 1 exploit per level. You may forego learning an exploit to instead gain a new martial tradition. If you gained, yeah, cool. That sounds good to me. That reads very well and it's clear to understand what you get. Only problem is obviously you have to keep looking at this page whenever you want to read it. But I think once you get it, you get it. You won't need, yeah. If you gained grit. Nice. Okay, that is clean. That makes sense. Nimrod, let me know if that is clear and if that makes sense to you, since you did bring it up. If not, I can make further edits, but I think that's pretty clear. If you gained grit, you'll gain martial traditions. If you gain mana, you'll get aspects and spells. I think that's pretty simple. Obviously, if you picked an advanced class, you're not going to get any benefits from any of this, but that's fine, because it's just meant to balance you out when you gain something. So I think this is fine. And yeah, it's more about using things in an interesting way. So yeah. Nice. Okay, perfect. That's good to know. I have then edited some other bits and bobs, but I think we're looking good. I've removed... Yeah, see, I've got some areas where I kept saying GM. I might need to edit those out as well. Gosh. Okay, right. We'll just do... No. Window, where are you? Text. Where's my... Oh, God. Find and replace. There we go. GM, do it as match case. Boom. Right. Oh, there's only one place. Okay. Lost self. Supports before acting. Yeah, that's fine. These are just example scars anyway. I don't think anyone's going to really care. Fine. Scars. Edited that. I've said fill a wound track and leave it untreated. You survive a deadly moment. Heralds discretion. Fine. How you treat must be treated immediately. Okay. Okay. That's that. Which means I can save it. And then I can export this as the version 0.2. Export. Yep. Poor rulebook. The version 0.2. Nice. Right, so I can discuss some other things with you guys. So I have some, I guess, would it be, let me just double check something, because I think it would be useful to have the okay. It's because I like it when the when you guys can see the chat window. I need to just make a version of it that is going to function correctly. So bear with me a second. It's not going to look pretty at all. It's going to look so scuffed, but it's yeah. How is the Veil Street Execution supposed to work? Let me have a look here. Street execution. Once per downtime, you may kill an enemy instantly if they have at least 5 wounds left. I think it's pretty clear. If they have 5 wounds left, then you can just kill them instantly. It basically just deals 5 wounds, but it only works if they are near death. So you would say, like to a herald, is this creature near my execution window? So, and then they would either say yes or no, and you know whether to use it or not. It's basically, you would use the information around you to learn more. That's the basic idea. You would use assess, for example, as an ability. Yeah. Okay. Stream tools, overlays, chat. Gosh. Right. I haven't used Streamlabs in ages. Yeah. Obviously had no idea how to do any of this, but I do like having the chat up there because it's just so easy. Right. Does this work? Then chat. Okay. Copy link. Add. Oh wait. Video. No, table cam. Add browser source. Chat. Right. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you start messaging in the chat so that I can see if it shows up on the thing? Might not work, you know. Okay, please come on. Hey, there we go. Okay, right, you guys can see the chat now. Perfect. Right, so a few things that have currently been happening. I had a friend of mine do something for me because I really wanted it to sort of happen. And as some of you know, I have been working on writing another novel because I've just been a bit bored lately, and wanted to take my mind off of. I wanted to take my mind off Drakonym, and wanted to write a novel in Azeroth to take my mind off it. Don't ask me how that works. So, some news on that front. This is not going to be available. It's just more for me, but I wanted to showcase it anyway. I have got a copy of the book, and it's very thin because it's only 9 chapters long, but it is so gorgeous. Look at the artwork. It is so nice. It is beautiful. It's amazing, like really, really lovely. Yeah, could not be happier with the way that this artwork's come out. A friend of mine did it, and yeah, absolutely killed it. They have just made my day. Inkcap Creature, if you would like to check them out on Instagram. Yeah, so that is the cover of Oathfire, and that is the back cover of Oathfire. So yeah, so there you are. Little thing there. So a very, very interesting time. So other things I can showcase to you. I mean, do I have time? Let me just double check. I might do. Okay, I'll see if I do have time to do that later. But I wanted to showcase something else over to you today because it is really important. I know that a lot of you have been asking me questions about whether or not, you know, hey, I want to do things for Drakonym. I want to create for Drakonym. Can I do that? You know, how would I go about that? You know, Ash, like, I need your guidance on whether or not I can create things for Drakonym. Like, how do I do it? And some of you know already that I am in the process of creating a creator's guide to help people who want to craft things to be compatible with Drakonym. And it's basically like a book that is just all my rambling thoughts on how to be a creator. So I am very, very pleased to showcase the Drakonym Creator's Guide. I'm just going to let you take in the artwork. Okay, perfect. Right, so the Creator's Guide is pretty much ready to go. I have been working on it. Yes, that was the playtesting party. So yeah. So basically, it has a third-party license. It goes over some specifics for you. I'm just going to go over it quickly now, just so you have some context on it. But there are resources for you to use. That's what this book essentially is. It is the resource book. So let me go through this with you so that it's a bit more clear. Move that there so we can just do it. So you are welcome to create and publish original content that is compatible with Drakonym without my prior approval. You can reference things from the book, such as a Shadow Die, Blessed Bane, Hero Points, Shadow Points, whatever have you, and any unique system identifiers. You can create your own paths, kin, careers, spells, and solo modules, expansions, and other compatible content using the same framework. But you must use the Powered by Drakonym badge that is available on the website. This is now live. You can go to the website right now and click on Drakonym Creator License and download the Creator Guide and get the Powered by Drakonym logo that you need to attribute in your thing. So, quick notes on it. You cannot copy, reproduce, or adapt significant rules text without meaningful original content. What this means is you can't just take a big chunk of path content and not make any huge changes to it and just say, okay, this is for you. You can't do that. You cannot reuse, reinterpret, adapt any official world building, lore, characters, regions of Azeroth without my permission. You can't reference, describe, or reinterpret locations such as Batasian with his historical events such as Dragonfall, or factions such as the Lightbearer Order without approval. You cannot use official Drakonym logos or cross-paths logos, maps, visual assets, or artwork. And you must not present it as something I have officially endorsed. That's sort of like do nots, because it's really important. Azeroth and the game are protected IP. You can't use it without my permission, is the basic idea. But you should clearly identify yourself as a third-party creator, use the required attribution, and fully comply with the terms of the license. So basically what this means is you can do a lot. You can create as much content as you want for Drakonym, compatible with Drakonym. You just can't say it's set in Azeroth. You can't say that you're using specific lore and expanding on the lore. If you want, that falls under fan content, which you can't make money from. So you're feel free to no, so there's no specific artist that you should use. Like, realistically, you can do whatever you want with artwork. You just can't use art from the game that is currently been published and visual assets that are owned by myself. That is the only thing. So basically, don't take a download from the PDF, for example, and then paste it into your thing. That's all I ask. So basically, you can create whatever you want. If you want to charge money for it, then you can't reference Azeroth and any named locations unless you speak to us first. If you want to make something that is set in Azeroth, it must be free because it's fan content. And you can't charge for fan content. But you also need to... I'm creating the fan license as well. I need to just figure it out because I need to protect the IP. I need to make sure that there's no harm that comes to it from the free use of people in the public. But essentially, it does allow you to create a lot. The rights, obviously... So we could use the rules and class, but other universe... Right. So we could use the rules and class, but in another universe if we want to make money off of it. Yeah, but you can't copy and paste any of the content from the book into another thing. So you couldn't just take the fighter and paste it into your book and say, this is now a fighter, but in the real world, for example. You can't do that. It prevents that. But if you were to take the fighter and rework it completely and make it your own thing, that's absolutely fine. As long as it doesn't function within the world, because that is what is protected here. Yeah, the text and the content are protected. The mechanics are not. They allow you to do that because legally you cannot protect mechanics, just the way that legal stuff works. If I make a home game offline, can I use a Drakonym rule set but my own setting? You can do whatever you want. If it's a home game, I really don't care because at the end of the day, it's your choices on what you want to do. So yeah, there is one section I do want to talk about because it's really important for creators. It's the parallel development and limited liability. So there is a chance, and this may happen, but there is a chance that let's say I'm creating, because I haven't announced a lot of content, I might be developing a specific new race or kin. So I've discussed the bug kin before and mentioned them in Discord, but I've not shown any development for that yet because it's still work in progress. If you then go and develop your own bug sort of like kin, the parallel development and liability clause essentially states that you can't come after the company, come after me, or come after another creator for developing something that is similar to yours. Unless it was like, you know, obviously they just copied and pasted it, whatever have you. That's different. That is stealing. That is theft. That is not just sort of like infringement section of stuff, right? What I'm basically saying is I create my own bug race, you create your own bug race, I release my bug race, your bug race suddenly isn't going to be sort of like as popular, I guess, because it's not official. You can't then go, well, you create a bug race, I created one, that means I'm going to sue you because you created the bug race after I made mine. No, because if I had been developing it before, it starts becoming a real legal battle where, because I've started developing a lot of things, it also prevents me from coming after you for creating something similar. You know, but it's just to protect everyone who's working on third-party stuff, pretty much, because there will be crossover. There's 100% going to be someone who creates the same thing as someone else. It's just going to happen because no idea is new. They've just been done before. That's how it is. So, similarities do not constitute infringement. If I or another creator independently develops content similar to yours, you will not claim infringement, misappropriation, or demand compensation. You waive all claims, demands, or cause of action to myself, team, or the creators under this license for coincidental similarities. Yeah, it's quite clear. I will say this is a clause that is just there to protect people. It is not something I ever imagined to enforce, but if you should need to, it is there. But yeah. And then it's just got a bit of text at the bottom that you need to copy and paste into any content that you make, just to attribute it to the business, to the product. And yeah, that is that. Which means I can now throw out this. Okay. Sorry, there's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo, but yeah. If someone makes, say, an adventure module, would you need to approve it? No. So the license allows you to do stuff without my approval. That is what it is for. It's so I'm not the only one making content with this game. I know there are so many of you who want to create stuff for Drakonym. I don't want to be a stopping force for that. I want you to create content, but I also want to be able to create my content continually. This allows both of us to parallel create content, be that someone who adapts their own IP into Drakonym, someone who wants to create, you know, something else for Drakonym. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. There might be some situations where, I don't know, like there's something else that's going on, but that's a different situation. Okay, so big things. This is the full my brain on paper document that I promised you. There is a lot of content here. I go through what the pillars of Drakonym are. Heroic, narrative, dragon bonding, fantasy. If you're creating something, they should at least adhere to one of these pillars. I go over like narrative first design, why I decide to do certain things, how to design a class, how to design a path, how to design a career, how to design kin, how to design spells, how to design adversaries. I know a lot of people have been asking about that, how to make their own, designing magical items. Yeah. Oh God, there's a bit of a export error on this one. That's fine. I can update that in a second. Actually, you know what? I'll do it now. Just get it out of the way. Yeah. So that's where we're at with that. It's a really nice document to read, if I'm to be completely honest. So yeah, let's see. Did it? Oh, okay. So it's just an error with this. If we do 2-page, show color. Yeah, this is how it should look. Ah, okay. So the error literally starts at page 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Nope, that's fine. Okay. Apply master. See, boom. Sorry, I know that, again, this is not what you guys are here for. You're not here to watch me edit things, but I kind of just want to get this out of the way and done so that I can, yeah. It would. It'd be absolutely fine to do that. That is entirely your prerogative, if that is what you wanted to do. Yeah. Okay. 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep. Apply master. Okay, let's quickly fix this. Gosh, this is going to be difficult. All right, boom. Sorry. Boom. Fix all these up. Well. Right, path. Gosh, I like the fact that everything was double page spread though. You know what? I might just change a couple of things. Sorry. I know this is not what you want to see. I just want to get this right. I shouldn't have put it out when it wasn't like final, but it is what it is. But to be fair, the text is final. I just need to now fix the layout a bit. So it doesn't look terrible. I'll add a page in here, make it that. Grab some artwork. Which one should I use? I'll just use this one. Actually, no, not this one. We will use one of the other ones I have. Like so. Where are we? Yeah, don't want that one. Which one? Anthony. Boom. Let's do this one's a nice one. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you get that, read that, get a nice image. Then you move into double page spread. Nice. Apply master, and we want that. Cool. Okay, now I think we're getting into it. That works. Works. Doesn't work. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Apply master, and we want B. Boom. That functions. That function. Okay, then that. Right. Then that's fine. 14, 15, 17. Apply master, we want C. Done. Did it delete? Yes, it did. That's fine. And then we can bring this artwork in. And then just extend it out. And then just bring it down a bit. Maybe extend that out a bit more. Nice. And then I can delete page 20. Okay, nice. So that's 19, that's 16, 15. Very, very cool. So that should work functionally. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Export that. Ignore. Export into Creator's Guide. Yes. Oh God, it's going to tell me no in a second, isn't it? All right. So again, I do apologize. And then I got to upload it into the Dropbox as well. So just do that as well. Dropbox. So that it's the updated version. Come on. Gonna take a second. I guess while I'm doing this, we will do open recent files, version 1.1. We want to organize pages, edit all of them, replace. Go and grab version 0.2, replace all the pages, yes. Do your thing, do your thing. Very nice. Close that off. Control save as. Go into go into colors. Yeah, grab it there. Put 0.2. Done. Very nice. Okay, cool. That is that. I will now upload that into the drive. In an Explorer. Okay. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay. How do I check whether or not it is the correct... dude, sorry. Okay. The link now is updated, so the one you download will be the right one. Sorry, again, I do apologize, but that is that. I will now upload the latest version of Drakonym up to the drive-through as well, so if you're part of the stream, you'll see it. But let me edit the files so that you guys can get the most latest version of Drakonym. So I'll do Vision Explorer, boom, drop that in. Oh gosh, it probably is worth me grabbing this, and then yeah, nice. Patch notes. What version 0.2? Cool, cool, cool. Right, you will now see this. Sorry, again, I keep apologizing for this, but it just is a bit difficult for me to get all this stuff done outside of it, and I've got some other things I need to get on with this evening, so I want to just get this done so you guys have the most up-to-date version that you can start playing with, and also any further edits I can make now and delete this list and now have it for next time instead. So yeah, it's very good. Emailing customers, so you should now receive an email that says updated. I'll let that play out in the background. But what I'll do is I'll just review the okay, very nice. Actually, it would be helpful if someone who's already downloaded it, can you let me know if you got a email that said updated version of this product is now available? In a second, just like I'd say like 2 or 3 people just confirm it, then that means that it's definitely working. That's one. That's good. Obviously, if you're at work or something, please do not worry about it. But I just want to just double check. Very nice. Cool. Okay, so that's that then. Dope. Perfect. So that's that. Do me a favor then. If you've downloaded it, can you go into your drive-through library and check if the current version of the book in there is version 0.2? There might be version 0.1 also in there, but that's just a bug. It will clear the cache later. But version 0.2 should be a new file, brand new. So if you just confirm that for me as well, that would be great. Perfect. Okay, if it shows up in your library, then it means it works. Absolutely fine. I will push out an update in the Discord just to let people know that it is done. But I think with that, then we're looking really good. I'm really happy. So please show me what you guys want to create. I'm really excited for this creators guide. I cannot wait to see what you come up with, what you develop. If you want us to help you sort of get it out there as well by, you know, announcing on Discord and stuff, just let us know. Like, we can see what we can do. I'm not making any promises because I can just imagine there's gonna be a ton of people creating stuff, but we will try and do what we can to help, because I want to see more creations for this game. I love this game. It's like, I love every single game I make, but I think this one holds a special place in my heart just because it is one of the biggest games I've ever created, and it's something I've always wanted to make. So it's been a bit of a dream come true. So I'm really proud to be able to give you this and say, hey, this is now available, because the creators guide is just going to be the start, I think. And I can't wait to see what people come up with off the back of this. Yeah, so really excited. This has been a big week for Drakonym, if I'm to be completely honest. Yesterday you got the core rulebook. Today you've got the what's the word? The creators guide. And yeah, I can help you with what's the word? I can help you like with whatever questions you have for creating. But I don't have a style guide for it just yet, because I know some people say, how do I format a book? It's not something that I am going to, not right now. I'm not going to focus on it. It might come in the future once the book is done, but right now it's just a more focus. So yeah, I'm really excited. I've got some great things in the works for Drakonym at the moment. You know, I'm working on the adventures for the adventure modules that we did during the, sorry, I'll move back to this camera. I'm really excited because we've got some really cool modules coming for the adventures. So, that one's going to be really good. Then we've got some other stuff coming out at some point as well while the playtest is going on, which I can't really speak about just now, so I can't tell you about it. We've got some other stuff planned that's going to be really good. But the West Marches game that we're currently planning with the Heralds, really excited for that. I've got a game on Mondays now with a fantastic group of people. Like, you know, I've got two groups. I've got my Wednesday group and my Monday group. My Wednesday group play D&D, and I mean, they're my best friends. My Monday group are just new people I met recently, and they are phenomenal. I can't wait to play with them, to be honest. It's going to be really cool. So yeah, can't wait. I've got a lot on at the moment, I think, as well. That's one of those things that is really keeping me going too. Is solo coming soon? No, it is not. It is coming once I've been able to finish off a few things. So once I've done that, I'll be able to give you a shout. But yeah, so you're going to make us both. I forgot that your name was Rising Studios. I just expected your real name to show up. I'm so sorry. Because I on Discord, I have you added as a friend, and I changed your name to your real name. So I forgot that you're called Rising Studios. I'm so... Well, there you go. You did it without... I didn't even know you're there. Okay, fair play. Right. Yeah, so that's me. I've got some other things I need to get on with today, but I really appreciate you guys coming out, supporting the game, supporting me. I really appreciate it. Without you guys, again, I would not be here, and I wouldn't be able to say, hey, let's do some Drakonym stuff. I still cannot believe that Drakonym is, again, it's not final. I want to reiterate that, but it just feels so good to say, hey guys, playtest. It's 309 pages of pure Drakonym content, essentially the full game. That to me felt pretty insane, because usually I send out an unformatted, mediocre version with no art and just go playtest it. Really hard to playtest something like that. So I'm really happy to be able to give you this. Yeah, really, really excited. So yeah, can't wait. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you all, and yeah, I can't wait to share more stuff with you as we go. The creator guide is the first step. This is where we begin with the wider world of Drakonym. But yeah, can't wait. So yeah, play version 0.2. Let me know what you think. Are there any changes I need to make? Please do not drop typos. I might genuinely cry if I see another typo request. It's just because I don't do them now. I do them at the end because it's really hard for me to, like, I just write. That's why I was able to get the book in playtesting sort of like so quickly, because I just type and I don't really think about what I'm writing, and then I make edits as I go. If I start doing typos now, it's just going to slow me down. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you continue to. Obviously, if there's any typos that you're like, actually, this typo needs to be fixed, or I can't do this, then yeah, let me know. It is something that I will fix immediately and get it out to you. I don't know in terms of a rough schedule on when I'll be sending out updated versions. I don't want to do it too much. Like, I don't want to do it every day. Like, I think that would be ridiculous. I might do it once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, just to give myself time to make edits. But I think once a week is quite solid, because then I can do a chunk and then get it done. But yeah, no, this is great. We've got the Creators Guide out now. We've got the core rulebook out now. Solo book is currently being worked on. And I'm writing it. I'm just writing it much slower than everything else because the largest chunk of it is the core rulebook stuff. So I need that to work so I can copy it into the new stuff. And I need to design new paths. I need to design new classes for it, backgrounds. I've got a lot I need to do for the solo rulebook. It's essentially rewriting the entire game from the ground up. So I've just got a lot I need to do before I can say, hey, it's done. Yeah, so got some good stuff going on there. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, if there was any questions that anyone had, or you just wanted to clear up with me, please jump into the Discord and send me a message, whatever have you. I am more than happy to chat, because yeah, I love talking about anything that I write and really everything that I am making, because yeah. Perfect. Okay, so I will leave you guys to it, and I will catch you all next week for the Tuesday stream, because I've got some cool stuff I want to showcase. It's just more going to be more about Drakonym. I don't have a specific thing on what I'm covering yet, but I'm really excited either way. Any questions, let me know. Anything you need, just give me a shout. Yeah, so thank you all. Thank you for supporting Drakonym, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.